Everyone, I would like to introduce you to one of my star clients, Michael Tuffy. Welcome, Michael.
Hi, Silvana. Hi, everyone.
Michael, thank you so much for agreeing to share your experience with me today. Just to start off, can I ask you to share what it is that you do and then what attracted you to the training that I provide?
I build better customer experiences in financial services, run companies. What attracted you to what you do? We met when I was running, just about to turn around a badly performing business as CEO about probably 10 years ago.
It was.
One of the key things about what we've worked on, Silvana, and what we believe works is to have passion in life and have a purpose, have a purpose that you're proud of who you are, what legacy you're going to leave. And so having a soul desire or a purpose has been something that's kept me focused and kept me on track for a lot of my career. I've just come off spending 3 years building a startup company in life insurance, building a much better customer experience, really trying to make a difference and leave a legacy in whatever you do at this stage of my career. But I guess in terms of personal life, back in the end of 2013, my life was at a pretty low ebb. I'd just broken up out of a 27-year-old marriage and left home with just a bed and the clothes that I had, and started again physically. I was in a world of pain. I couldn't move. I had bursitis everywhere. I lost touch with my family and friends, and 6 months later, I'd left a successful role in a listed financial services company. So just about every facet of my life was at a low point. And I guess what I want to tell everyone today is that you can, whether it's your health or whether it's the love of your life or whether it's your career or anything at all, you can rebuild that. But like a lot of things in life, it's great to have someone to help you, and that's where you've been amazing, Silvana. So over the last 6 years, just to give you an indication, I've married the love of my life. I've been with Louise for about 4 years now. My body's healed; it's in great shape, or some people would say it's in great shape.
I think it's in great shape.
I've reconnected with and have great relationships with all my family, built up a whole bunch of friends and mates, and importantly connected with communities, created new communities that I give back to in terms of my life. And as I was saying before, I had the privilege of starting up a new company where we really improved the customer experience in an industry that really needed it. So take your pick, it's any part of your life. The actual skills that you bring, Silvana, doesn't matter what you want to focus on. And there's normally one area of your life that you're not quite happy with at any one point anyway. But if you're not really happy with who you are and what you stand for and what your life is, then you should get in touch with Silvana. She does an amazing job and quite unique, I think, in what you do.
Before the training, what was your experience of what you thought intuition was for you?
That's a key part of the difference I think you provide, Silvana. Like, there's coaches out there, there's plenty of coaches, life coaches out there, but a lot of them operate on just the dimension in life that you can just see, physically see what people say, what people do. And I guess one of the key things about the work we've done with you is that you get a really good read on me and you get a really good read on the world that's happening around me. That sometimes you've got exceptional abilities there, but I think we all have that ability, and what we've done over the last 6 or 7 years is to develop that intuitive ability. And to be honest, it gives you an unfair advantage if you're in business, if you can tell what the board's up to, or you can tell what a director's up to, or you can tell that your finance guy's going to come and resign, or you get a read on people, and you learn to be tuned in on all the key members of your team or the business and what's going on with it. So yeah, everyone's got that intuitive ability, but it's like a muscle, like everything else. You've got to know often need some help in understanding it and developing it and practicing it. But that's something that's been a bit of an unfair advantage, I think, in some ways, Silvana, in terms of the situations you roll into in life, and that's living, if in corporate world or marriages or friendships or anything. It's amazing to have sometimes I think we forget we have it and we don't use it, but when you learn you've run workshops with myself and other executives as well,
that's right.
videos about how to develop it, and it's been an amazing advantage to have in life.
Thank you. How you found the process, how accurate and exacting you found the process.
Yeah, I guess the first thing I'd say about soul's desire or having a purpose or feeling good about yourself, I think it's so important to feel good about who you are and what you stand for in this life and what legacy you're going to leave. And only you can be the judge of that. But having a purpose or a soul's desire, and mine was improving the health and well-being of Australians in some way, shape or form, and trying to do that through some of the products and services in financial services. That has been a one constant in my life for about the last 12 or 13 years, I suppose. And it's helped me get through a lot of this and helped me remain focus. But some of the techniques, aside from developing your intuition, which is I don't think you'll hear many other coaches go on about intuition, and that's where I think you're quite unique, Silvana. But some of the alignment process, or being aligned. So, people say what you talk about, you become, but it's not just that. It's your belief systems, whether they're conscious or subconscious, really have a huge impact on your life. So I've been at times throughout my life over the last 6 or 7 years where I've had all those lined up. I call it the slipstream, where things effortlessly come to you, and what you're trying to achieve in your life to actually do occur, and you get the success that you're after. But lining up your beliefs, your thoughts, your language, and your actions is a great simple technique. But like a lot of things in life, it's very hard. If you can figure out that about yourself, you're pretty darn good at what you do. But a lot of us need help, about someone to hold us accountable, or someone to really help clarify, where you can go through the exercise. It becomes apparent, that you might be saying that the right things about what you're trying to do, but then your actions don't match, or you might be saying, I remember that time when I was changing roles, or looking for, I'd achieved all these things in my life and rebuilt my life completely, and the only thing that was missing at that stage was a great gig, or trying to change the industry that I was in, but the belief that I had held was that, that's going to be hard, I think getting a big job or getting a big executive role is going to be hard, and so we know. I remember flushing that out in the session we had, and then 7 days later met the person. When I looked, I thought, why is getting a job any different from getting the love of your life, or physically healing yourself, or building up friendships, or finding a great place to live, or any of that sort of stuff? And then when we realized that was no different, when I realized that was no different, and my beliefs changed, then straight away, bang, within 7 days I met the guy who was doing this startup, and the rest is history. But we had a great
Absolutely. What was it for you that made it easy to understand what I was teaching, how I was teaching it, and to be able to apply it?
Everything that your teachers, everything that I've learned from you has been based in practicalities and facts. And time and time again, you'll get the validation of everything we're doing in terms of things that are happening around you that you're picking up on, things that are about to happen that come true, or things you write down that come true, and going back and checking on that. Sometimes you think, shit, really? Wow, it's amazing. So I guess it gives you the skills to understand what this life's about that we're on at the moment, what the soul's doing at this stage of its life, and how you want to feel about yourself. What do you want to be? Who do you want to be? What legacy do you want to leave in this world?
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Michael. I think the practicality point is a really important one, and it's one that I feel strongly about. I think that, certainly you have to be able to demonstrate the learning. And if we can't demonstrate the learning, then we haven't learned, right?
If you don't get results from it, it's not like sitting there with the crystal ball going, I see a bright future for you. Like Adam's elder, like I see a new roar coming. Oh, the fog's clearing. It's nothing like that. It's they're actual results. It means we wouldn't have stayed together, or still be going through this and be a constant in my life, unless we're getting results all the time.
Yeah.
So for those that are listening, if you want, it's got to be measured in practical results.
It does. And I like the fact, I really love the fact, Michael, that you've so wholeheartedly embraced every training that I've given. In fact, it's people like you, it's amazing clients like you that actually inspire me to actually develop new trainings, because I know that you're catching up. You want more and you want more. So I love the fact that you're like that. It really, I find it inspiring.
Yeah, thank you. Well, the job's never done. I think we're always learning and growing, and I think that's what I was trying to say before, and that's an exciting thing. And you're always getting your understanding of life gets stronger and stronger, and hopefully the impact that you have on others is more positive all the time.
What would you like to share with them about your experience, just so they can have a little bit of an insight into what it's like being exposed into the world that you have?
My only reluctance in recommending you, Silvana, as you know, was that that there's going to be too many people that you'd be spread too thinly, and I won't get to see you as much. But no, look, I think just give it a try. I think very early on, Silvana will show you the different dimension that she brings to your training. And not only is there a whole toolkit or a whole bunch of skills that you learn to navigate and to become the person you want to in this life, but then you'll very quickly give some practical examples or some insight that'll make you pay attention, I suppose, to the difference in terms of this training, the other dimensions of what training, not just everyday coaching that you do, but the real development of the intuition, the real development of insight into how to fulfill his soul's desire, all those those sorts of things very quickly. I think come along, give it a try is what I'd say. If there's something in your life that you're not happy with, or that you're not, there might be some aspects of your life you're really proud of, but if there's others that you're not, then just give it a try and you'll get results. I'd say give it a try first.
Michael, thank you so much for making the time to chat to me today. I really appreciate it. And I feel like I've had a trip down memory lane listening to some of the things that you've shared. Yeah, it's been wonderful to share it with you.
It's been brilliant, and you realize how wonderful this life is that we have and what we can create with it. So anything's possible, and don't let anyone tell you different. But thank you, Silvana, for the last 10 or so years. It's been an amazing ride, and long may it continue.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks.